to bring about the republic to which they were absolutely dedicated. It was 4 years after the hunger strikes. Many young people had been very deeply affected by the effective murder of 10 IRA and INLA volunteers in Long Kesh prison at the hands of Margaret Thatcher. And it had very deeply politicising effect on young people the length and breadth of Ireland, but particularly here in the north. And those young people, when you consider the ages of Charlie, consider the age of David and Michael, very, very young people. David was only a teenager, Michael was 22, and Charlie was 20. These events, plus their knowledge of what they had learned about Britain's occupation of the north of Ireland, about Unionist misrule, and about the reality that the people from which they came in towns like Strabane and Derry and Belfast and Pull Island and Mahara and Uri were effectively treated like second-class citizens in their own country. So they decided that they would join the ranks of Oakland and Heron, that they would play their part, and they knew what that would mean for them, particularly if things went wrong. They knew at best they could survive, but lead very difficult lives. That they could end up in prison, or they could end up in a Republican grave in Strabane graveyard. And they took these decisions to move forward on the basis that they believed that they were contributing to changing the politics of this island and the politics of the north forever. They could have adopted other things. Michael was a very talented snooker player. Could easily have went off to England and been a professional snooker player and earned himself an awful lot of money. But he didn't do that. He stayed in Strabane, and he decided that he would fight back against those who were oppressing the people from which he came. David was only a teenager. David could have been anything. He was a big, strong, strapping lad. He could have been anything and done anything with his life. And Charlie, who I knew best of all, Charlie was tall, lanky, a bit like myself. He had more hair than I had. Mine was curly and his was straight, but his was way down his back. And Charlie and I had known each other for some considerable time. And I can say without fear of contradiction that these were three of the finest Republicans, three of the finest people ever to join the ranks of Oakland and the Herons, three of the finest people ever to lose their lives in the struggle to bring about an end to injustice, inequality, discrimination, three of the finest people ever to be involved in the struggle for Irish reunification, and we should be very, very proud of them.